Leg! Welcome to Phoenix Wright Chaos and Tribulations with Chaos Counseling.
That needs to be another leg.
For
Your leg.
context,
Don't worry, I got a plan for the leg.
Sunshine lifted up his leg.
You're like
I
right
do that a
during the
lot.
countdown, so I just thought I'd draw attention to it.
Yeah.
Remind me, there's something I need to show you after.
Got it. Okay, so who, we're talking about
who did the crime?
who did the crime. We got distracted
Who
during the
moved the
first.
statue? Who moved the statue? I wonder who the fuck moved the statue.
Who could possibly have moved the
I
statue?
have no idea!
Could it have been the guy sweating on the stand?
Probably!
The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke at me.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
You mean one of my fan fictions, thank you.
This is the right fanfiction!
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? Your strange fanfics.
It's very simple. I mean, he
Don't
has
tell
the
me!
mo-
I don't want the details! No!
In my fanfiction, I go in very explicit
I want to stay innocent and pure!
I go in very explicit detail in all the muscles that Luke has to have moved the statue.
I want to be pure!
No.
Not at this point.
The witness was the
Cat,
only
I
one.
will drown instead of you!
The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? Don't
Show off your flexing muscles, I guess.
To show off your bar
I mean, if you
titties.
read the right fanfiction.
Just wanted my granola bar.
You ate your granola bar.
Well!
The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretended to be mask to mask, to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you moved the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does the lie exist?
Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp.
What do you mean? It's a time stamp.
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atmay went to KB Security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time.
Like gas?
Interesting.
What? What does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor? When was this statue placed beside the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Luke Atmay had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
oh.
So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atmay must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak.
Now I have 3 poets, and they all need to die.
And that's actually a pretty nice metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Well, then it's fine.
Well, you're still being a poet, and I don't want that in my courthouse.
Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atmay had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo.
I loved it. Order! Mr. Atmay, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What is that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer!
Oh, the real judge saw that. I didn't.
According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Ah!
Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Don't do a spit take, bitch! Godot! I warned you about making me wait. Now put down that fucking coffee. Stop! Put down your leg.
No!
My 11th cup.
Congrats!
I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial.
You need
You
to talk
have
to
issues.
a doctor.
Which means I'm still good till the last drop.
I mean, if you read the right fan fiction.
What?
That's what I was referring to.
God damn it. However, the defense has a very good point. Actually, no, I don't want the point to be the fanfic.
Good point.
Stop!
Well, if you read my...
Stop!
So what?
Actually, you know why? Tip Tap, stop at all this. They're her fanfics.
Oh, that's what she's
She
been
wrote
doing.
them all, so she's like, stop! No one will know!
No!
No one look at the author!
That's exactly why. Like, that's what she's doing during court.
He's writing a fanfic! The Gumshoe fanfic was written by Bertha! He ain't Tip Tap, anyways.
We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think you got your points mixed up with your other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of its time, and that statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is...
That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe.
She says she hates it, but she's writing it in a fanfic right now.
Right
Poetry
now,
challenge.
underneath
Yeah.
the table.
She has
Yep.
2 Tip Taps going on.
Yeah. Can never reach their dreams.
That is beautiful.
I mean, if your dreams are just to be trapped by chains.
I mean...
I just thought Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Oh.
And I saw these Kingdom Hearts trailers, and I'm just, I need the game!
I'm so excited for Kingdom Hearts.
I love how I was like so jaded, like after the few years, like after Dream Drop Distance came out, I got super jaded about Kingdom Hearts, and
I
then I
know.
saw the trailer for 3, and I was just like, symbolically!
It's so funny because I was talking to you about it. You're like, I think I'm kind of over it right now, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll be by myself. But then the trailers came out, and we're like, symbolically!
No, what?
And I'm like, yeah, I knew you never left.
I never left. I just didn't want. I was just in pain, and I wanted the pain to stop.
Soon. Well, not really. It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get real
Except I
worse.
saw Demix carrying someone. I'm like, why can't that be me?
Yeah. And then there's me, and I see Axel crying, and I'm like, who hurt him?
Who touched you?
You know what's weird? Sorry, we're going on a Kingdom Hearts rant. It's weird. I was thinking about this. I got introduced to Kingdom Hearts when I was like, so the first game came out when I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I probably got into the series when I was like 9 or 10.
Same.
Because I remember seeing commercials for Chain of Memories and freaking out because there was a blonde girl. And I was thinking about it, I was like, holy crap.
I know that
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out when I was still in elementary school.
I know. Yeah, but friggin', I was introduced to the first game from my friend. I just saw her playing the Aladdin stage, and that was it. And it didn't register what it was. I just knew it existed.
Yeah.
And I saw Chain of Memories' trailer, and I was just like, Mother, there are Disney characters on my TV screen in something that is not a Disney movie. Give it to me.
I need that. And see, then there's me. I saw, like, my cousin playing the first game, and I think I talked about the Heartless thing, and they said one Heartless was like me, so out of spite, I got the game to prove them wrong.
Actually,
Beautiful.
the funniest thing I'm thinking about, we went on a road trip, and I think we actually ended up where the college we met
Oh, yeah.
was in, and that's where I got Chain of Memories.
Really?
I got it at that Walmart.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's weird. The weird happenstances of
And
the
you know what's so
universe.
weird? You were wearing a Kingdom Hearts shirt
When we met! And I was hanging up Kingdom Hearts shit everywhere. Beautiful friendship!
Wow, how Kingdom Hearts started everything.
Oh my gosh, it fucking did. Holy shit. Anyways, I guess we should keep reading. That's very true. It did start our friendship.
It started everything.
No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Sample!
Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes, I forgot I was him.
He's the best. Damask, and he doesn't say anything. You just hear wrong. Yeah. And they're like, oh. And then Luke is just like, fuck.
Like, oh no. If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask.
I'm sorry, that just reminded me of that moment from Legally Blonde, where have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
I've only seen the musical.
Okay.
No, I watched Legally Blonde so much.
It's the
wanted to
scene during the trial, and they're questioning
Yes!
the pool boy who's claiming to be the defendant's lover. And
Yeah, he's like,
nurse was
no, Chuck's a friend.
Yeah, it's
Chuck's a
like,
friend.
and what is your boyfriend's name? Chuck.
He's like, no, Chuck's a friend. Chuck's just a
And
friend.
then Chuck stands up. You bitch!
Right!
But
I
oh my
did
gosh,
see that clip.
the musical.
The music's so good.
That scene is so funny.
That scene is like literally iconic.
I know.
love it so much.
Love
I
it.
love that. I need to buy that movie. What's wrong with me?
Anyway,
To Amazon.
there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. We've went on a tangent for a while, and I apologize.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony, and only your testimony, please, about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and Zavari! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand.
I'm gonna pause really fast because I need to ask you guys, because you're Legally Blonde, aficionados. Is the sequels any good? Are the
I
sequels
watched
any
the sequel. I mean, like, some parts were good, but I still personally love the original
Yeah.
good? Did you know there's a third one?
I heard
Yep.
about it.
Okay. Looks pretty bad. I'm gonna just pop this one.
Yep. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. My throat kind of, like, fought against that.
It's okay. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time?
Zavari!
Okay, don't pause like that, you son of a bitch. Sorry. Very well, then. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yay! It's time to poke stuff.
Oh,
Not
dear.
me, though. Gosh.
Boop.
Oh, he poked the micro. Hold on.
Boop.
I'm so sorry, audience. Boop. I poked the microphone. Boop. Gosh, I really wonder how sensitive it is. Because I remember when we did a live stream of forever ago when we got 50 subs, I scratched pretzels against my microphone and that came out really interesting. But I wonder how it would sound if just a little boop. I'm afraid to do it though because I don't want to, like, hurt anybody's ears or anything. Oh.
Mr. Atman, if you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains.
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trike.
That's
It's
because
okay.
it's
Go
not a
back
joke.
to our archive of other episodes. You'll find something you'll like.
Wow, you guys have over 1,000 videos. Wow.
Thanks. It's really impressive. Don't look at the first few. Please
The
don't.
day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to a human error. Or should I say, an error-prone human.
Don't have to be an ass about it.
And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atmay had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder was Your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
I just thought for some reason he made penguin noises.
I just saw all the G's and I was like, oh, that's different.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick. I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
You can't tell me what I can and can't do with my life.
Nick, seriously. He's doing one. We're in trouble.
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously, I hope I said that right, that this man was Mask Damask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point.
No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atmey was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive! Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest?
Nick, he's getting his second wind. He's alliterating.
Son of a gun, sunshine.
Nick, write the fan fiction later.
No! You can't tell me what I can and can't do with my life.
I'm just saying, write it later. I'm
I'm
not
too
saying go.
sexy for you.
Oh my gosh, Nick! I'll get Pearly! If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight.
Boop.
Isn't that right, detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. What?
You've been in prison. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were?
Thank you, Sir Old-Timer.
I'm not...
They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance.
That's an episode.
Episode! This is a long trial. I forgot how long it was. Yep. Oh, see you guys next episode.